Welcome to today's Global Connections program. I'm Bill Miller. Today we're going to take a look at Haiti and what one particular agency is doing to help the people of Haiti. My guest is an expert on this topic. Skyler Badenoch, a returned Peace Corps volunteer, is the executive director for the Hope for Haiti organization. Skyler, welcome to today's Global Connections program.
Bill, thank you for having me on today.
I appreciate you being with me today. Let's just jump right in. Hope for Haiti. Hope for Haiti is your program. And what exactly is it? What do you do? Are you a 501c3 membership organization? Can people join? Can people donate? Do the whole litany here.
All right, well, let me take you through it. Hope for
Okay.
Haiti is
Yes.
we're a development organization focused on poverty alleviation. And we've been working in Haiti for the last 35 years to improve the quality of life for the Haitian people, particularly women and children. And our programs are focused on helping children, families, and communities improve systems of education, healthcare, access to clean water, and economic development all at the same time in the southern region of Haiti. Right now, we have 150 full-time staff on the ground in Haiti, doctors, nurses, educators, administrators, some of the best logisticians in the country, I believe, work for our organization, and they are doing the work. And my role as CEO is I raise the funds, raise the awareness here in the United States. I work with our board of directors, and we get those funds that we raise down to Haiti so that our staff can do the work. And they do it every single day in some of the most challenging circumstances. In the face of gang violence and political unrest and natural disasters, our team is continuously working, trying to navigate those challenges, and they do it in such a heroic way.
And if our viewers would like more information, then go to www.hopeforhaiti.com and get a lot more information than we'll have a chance to discuss today. Before we go too far on this, Skyler, give us a little overview of Haiti. Haiti's on the island of Hispaniola,
Island of
Dominican Republic.
Hispaniola. A lot of people, in terms of size, compare it to the size of Maryland. There's about 11 million people who live in Haiti, about 4 million people who live in Port-au-Prince, to give you some context, because a lot of the news that you hear about Haiti comes out of Port-au-Prince. But what we know at Hope for Haiti is that Port-au-Prince is not Haiti. There are other parts of the country that help define it, and there are other parts of the country that are much more peaceful. And so, as many people know, Haiti is the first free republic, Black republic in the Western Hemisphere. It has had a history of political, environmental, and challenges, and currently it's going through another period of high challenge, both politically, economically, and even socially.
I think I've been to Haiti just once years ago when Papa Doc was still around.
Mm.
But Haiti, it struck me as an extremely culturally rich country. It's just unbelievable people and a tragically historic country. They've had so many disasters in Haiti. It was too many for us to recount today. What do you see as some of the major needs? And then maybe talk about some of the programs that you're providing or assistance that you're providing.
Well, first off, I really appreciate you saying that, because oftentimes people overlook the fact that, yes, it may be that economically Haiti is challenged, and some people say it's one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere. However, we believe and we know that it's actually one of the culturally richest places in the world, in terms of history, in terms of food, in terms of music, in terms of the culture, the very rich culture of the Haitian people. Having worked there for 20 years now, I've been very fortunate to experience that and know that, and even live it out in real life. And so I really appreciate that. And of course, there are challenges. We're not naive to those challenges. And some of those things that our team is facing every day, and the communities where we work, they face every day. Lack of access to education. What we know right now is that it is incredibly difficult for children to access, a full primary school education. It is next to impossible, not impossible, but it's incredibly difficult for young students to access high school education and graduate from high school and even go on to college. So education is a challenge, and the challenges that the education system face are multidimensional. They span from teacher quality to infrastructure quality to even water sanitation and hygiene at the schools. Those are all challenges that we're seeing, and our organization is helping communities try to solve those problems. Um, Take healthcare, for example. I mean, healthcare is a major challenge in Haiti. Access to healthcare and quality healthcare, access to medication. What we know right now is that one of the leading causes of death in Haiti is hypertension, and people often lack the ability to have, just the meds that they need to keep their hypertension down. Diabetes, also a major problem in Haiti. Lack of medication, poor diet, all play a role in the challenges that present themselves with diabetes. We've been seeing a lot of patients come into our infirmary lately who have malnutrition. So food insecurity is an issue in Haiti because of the gang violence and because of the economic situation. We're seeing people, really struggle with food insecurity. Um, Access to clean water. We know that, cholera has been a persistent problem for communities throughout the entire country. And a lot of that has to do with the inability or the challenges of finding clean drinking water or accessing proper sanitation facilities. And so those are just a few challenges. And if I would add one more, it would be economic opportunity. Businesses, entrepreneurs struggle to find capital. And so at Hope for Haiti, what we do is we try to help individuals, families, and communities solve those problems. And so oftentimes we say it's not just about what we do, it's about the problems we help solve. And so we work with leaders in Haiti to help solve those problems.
It's very critical. Just curious, are you networking with groups? For example, my local Rotary Club has contributed money to a anti-cervical cancer program in Haiti. Many Rotary clubs, excuse me, around the world have contributed to a lot of developing countries' projects. Are you working with any of these service groups, service clubs like Rotary or Kiwanis or any of those folks?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I didn't know if you knew this or not, but I am also a Rotarian here in
Good for
Scottsdale,
you.
Arizona. Yep. So I'm part of Rotary Scottsdale. And we are very fortunate to have an incredibly strong partnership with Rotary International. In fact, Hope for Haiti was one of the first implementing partners of Rotary's hand wash program to help bring improved water sanitation and hygiene to the greater south of Haiti and Haiti as a country. And so, yes, we're a recipient of global grant funding. We also have strong partnerships with Rotary Club of Naples, Florida. We have strong partnerships with the Rotary Club of Les Cayes, Haiti, and we work in collaboration with them. And it's not just about hand wash and water sanitation. I'll tell you a quick story when in 2021, when the country experienced yet another devastating earthquake, this time in the southern part of the country. Hope for Haiti was fortunate to receive millions of dollars in funds, millions of dollars in funds. And what we wanted to do was make sure that we deployed those resources as quickly as possible. But at the time, we knew that we didn't have the staff capacity to deal with the massive inflows of funding and supplies. So what did we do? We went and we searched out partners that we trusted, and one of those partners was Rotary, the Rotary Club of Les Cayes. And we said, listen, we can get you resources, tents and tarps and water filters. We can get you some cash. And we did that because Rotary is such a trustworthy organization in the community, and we knew that they would be able to report back to us on how they use those funds, how they use those resources. And so in a great time of need, Rotary became an incredible partner of ours in the implementation of disaster relief. And so, we prefer to be in the space of international development and community development. But when a disaster strikes and it's in our neighborhood and it's in our backyard, we gotta act, and we gotta circle the wagons with with our partners and the people who we trust and do what we can to help people. And that's what we did with Rotary following the 2021 earthquake.
Very good. Yeah. It's important to lend a hand to people all around the world, but especially if they're in your backyard, it makes it
That's
much,
right.
much more timely and much more, well, I think it's something we have to do. And
Yeah.
I think people are coming to that conclusion. Well, we're going to come back in a moment and talk about a lot of your other partners too. Well, you're watching Global Connections Television, which is a privately funded, independently produced program. The opinions expressed on Global Connections are solely those of the moderator and his guests. We invite our viewers to go to our website at www.globalconnectionstelevision.com to view previous programs. Also, if you're involved with a PBS or a community access television station, or perhaps an educational institution that has an intra-campus television hookup, you have a podcast, you just have a computer, you like our shows and you would like to share them, please feel free to do so. Global Connections Television is provided at no cost as a public service to help us better understand international issues and how they impact our lives. Today, we're taking a look at a particular country that's very close to the United States for many reasons. That's Haiti, and we're looking at the Hope for Haiti program. My guest is Skyler Badenoch, a returned Peace Corps volunteer, and he is the executive director for the Hope for Haiti organization. Skyler, we're talking about Rotary, and we could spend the whole program on that. And let me just mention too, if our viewers would like more information on what Rotary is doing, they can go to www.rotary.org to get that information. But there's another group that's been extensively involved in Haiti, the United Nations Children's Fund, the UN World Health Organization, the refugee assistance. The UN had peacekeepers there for several years, really, and then now there are Kenyan peacekeepers there. Do you interact with any of the United Nations agencies?
So we don't interact with the peacekeepers for some specific reasons, and the biggest one is geography. As much as the challenges right now with the gang violence and the unrest are concentrated in Port-au-Prince, those are outside of our impact area and where we work, and so we don't necessarily we don't have any interaction with the peacekeepers there. However, I am excited to tell you that we're working on a partnership and a collaboration with UNICEF, where Hope for Haiti will serve as an implementing partner for UNICEF in a region-wide nutrition program. And one of the reasons why we're excited about that as an organization is because for 25 years we have been implementers. That's what we do. Like the best thing that Hope for Haiti does is we know how to get the work done in Haiti, in the context of Haiti. And so to have a partner like UNICEF come to us and ask us if we'll help them implement nutrition programs felt meaningful. It felt like, it serves our mission very well. And our team is uniquely qualified to do that kind of work. And so, that's just one example of how we partner with organizations like UNICEF. But one of our core values is collaboration. And so almost in everything we do, education, healthcare, access to clean water, economic development, we have non-government and government partners that we're working with along the way, in addition to individuals, families, and communities in southern Haiti.
And while we're speaking, I may as well mention that UNICEF is unicef.org if any of our viewers would like to go and to contribute with UNICEF. You are a 501c3 nonprofit, is that correct? People can donate money to you and
We are
it's tax deductible?
Yep. We are a 501c3 nonprofit registered here in the United States. We are also registered in Haiti, which I think is a really important distinction. We follow all the local laws and regulations in Haiti, and we are partners with the Ministries of Health and Health Education and the Water Authority. But if people are interested, they can go to our website, www.hopeforhaiti.com. It's a new website, and they can learn how they can support the organization, either by providing general funds or taking a look at one of our programs. Whether it's education or healthcare, access to clean water and economic development, they can support those things and earmark their funds. One of the things that we're also most proud about, Bill, is our commitment to governance, transparency, and accountability. And so, if you take a look at our website, you can see the last 10 years of audited financial statements right there so that people can get on our website, kick the tires, make sure that they know that we're great stewards of donor resources. We believe that, but so do other third-party charity rating systems like Charity Navigator. They tell us that too. We get 100% rating, 4-star rating from them, and we've gotten that rating for more than 15 years. And I think only 2% of all nonprofits get that. But that's a testament to our boards and our team's commitment to governance and transparency and accountability.
That's very important. You have to have the credibility,
Huge.
you have to have the honesty or the accountability before the public, before they're going to help support it. And that's it. Apparently you have it in
Trust is everything. If people don't
totally
trust that we're going to do the work and be good stewards of their resources, then we're going to have a really tough time raising the money so that our team can do the work. So we believe that's just one of the most important things, and our track record shows it.
Exactly. Well, let's talk about track records. Now, you've been involved with Hope for Haiti for several years. What are some of the major trends that you've seen over the time that you've been involved in Haiti? And what do you think could be done differently by everybody to help the people of Haiti to overcome many of these problems that you were talking about, poor education, health problems, just on across the board?
And I'd like to frame it a little bit too, Bill, because oftentimes we hear this narrative about Haiti that it is impossible to do good work there, or that nothing can be done, or even nothing's being done. And simply, that's just not our truth. Our truth is that despite the challenges, that we have very incredibly hardworking, talented team members on the ground who are doing incredible work. I was in Haiti 2 months ago, and I got to go see that work, and I got to go see, inaugurate a school that during a time of enormous challenges, our team and our partners we were able to build a school and finish it. We got the ribbon for the school. We also were able to go visit an entrepreneur who took out a loan from us for $24,000, current on every payment. And we got to see how his business is growing. He has a cassava bread company. We got to go visit our infirmary, where hundreds and hundreds of patients were lined up to see our doctors and nurses and get free medication if they needed it. And so to me, the first and foremost is we have to have the mindset that positive change is possible. We just have to have a more nuanced understanding of what's going on in the country. So that's the first thing. And then the trends, there's a trend. So I started working in Haiti in 2004. That was the first time I went there. And then I started working with an organization building schools in Haiti in 2006. And so it's been a long time. And one of the things that I've seen that's kind of moved the needle is communications. In cell phone communication and the ability for people to have information. WhatsApp has been a game changer for the ability to communicate and collaborate. A great example of this, Bill, is I was in the 2010 earthquake. I flew down to Haiti the day before, and I experienced everything that you saw and you heard about there. It was horrific. And one of the things that made it infinitely more difficult to respond to that disaster was that all the communications were just knocked out. Cell phone service, internet service was so hard to come by. So you couldn't collaborate, you couldn't communicate, you couldn't say this person's over here and needs help, or this group has these supplies. And so that was a big challenge. And so rightly so, there was a lot of frustration about the way people coordinated, the way people communicated. The government was frustrated. It was a disaster on top of a disaster. Fast forward to 2021. And while I wasn't in that earthquake, I flew down about 3 days afterwards to be with our team and help respond and help lead the relief efforts. And one of the things that was a big difference was that, first of all, we had open lines of communication, that the cell phone technology worked and people had WhatsApp. And so we created these opportunities to where we were collaborating with different groups. We were we were collaborating with the government of Haiti. We were telling us, look, if you're going to do work, we need you to go in these areas. And we had a WhatsApp thread, and we could communicate. And that was a big time game changer. And so I saw a major difference between those two disasters. And the difference was technology, and that it held up, and that allowed us to communicate more, collaborate better, and also just help people at a more efficient rate.
Exactly. It seems like you and I are running in parallel tracks. I happen to be in Santo Domingo, the Dominican Republic, with a team of people who were looking at aquaculture projects in the Dominican Republic. And we were in Santo Domingo in 2010 when the earthquake hit. We weren't
You probably
in
felt
the
it.
capital. Well, we were out in the Campo, out in the rural areas, so
Yeah.
we really didn't.
Yeah.
But they said that this huge chandelier in the lobby of the Santo Domingo Sheraton just swayed back and forth. And of course, that was what, 9, 10 hours away by car from Port-au-Prince.
It was a
It was
monster. It was a
huge.
monster
Well, it
earthquake.
destroyed what, 80% of the housing in Port-au-Prince or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
it's just really
huge.
tough to see. And
It
I
is.
hope we'll never have to be part of anything like that again. It's
Yeah,
just earthquakes
true.
are
But
horrific natural disasters.
exactly. Unfortunately, that whole Hispaniola is on several earthquake faults, and that is one of the problems. But before we run out of
The
time,
Enriqueo Garden Plantain Fault. I think that's what it's
yeah,
called.
right. Exactly. But
All right.
you and I were both in the Peace Corps. I was in the Dominican Republic. That was my
Amazing.
connection to the DR. But how did the Peace Corps shape you or put you on the path to international activities? What role did it play?
Bill, it was everything for me. The Peace Corps was everything for me. Every single day, even yesterday, I had coffee with the Peace Corps, returned Peace Corps volunteer. We were working on our third goal. As you know, that's very important, is to come home
Bring the
and
experience home, right?
bring the experience home. And it just never left me. And I think about that experience all the time. It has played a huge role in my career path. I came home from West Africa. I was in Ivory Coast and knew that I wanted to go into the field of international development. So I went to graduate school at George Washington University, studied for 2 years under some incredible teachers and professors with a great cohort of people who are still my close friends, and then launched out into the space and got a job right out of grad school for an organization called building schools all around the world: Haiti, Nicaragua, Senegal, Mali, Malawi, Burkina Faso, Nepal. And that Peace Corps experience, and this is what I said yesterday to the person I was meeting with. I said, it is appreciated in value over the last 20 years. It is appreciated in values. And it was valuable when I went through it, but it gave me some skills that I still use today. The ability to work in different cultures, not take yourself too seriously. I think that's probably my favorite one, because you laugh at yourself a lot when you're in the Peace Corps and you're a Peace Corps volunteer. And then just, I think this last thing though, when I went into the Peace Corps, I went for an adventure. Really, I didn't have any sort of altruistic goals. My mentor had told me about it, and I thought that would be a really cool thing to do after college. But when I went there, I saw global poverty, and I saw inequality, and I got to see firsthand that intelligence and ability are so equally distributed throughout the world, but opportunity is not. And I think about that a lot in this work that we do. And the Peace Corps was my first experience to expose me to that. Opportunity is not equitable in this world. We're very fortunate to be born where we are born, and some people are not as fortunate to be born where they're born. And so that became somewhat of a mission of mine. A personal mission is to help improve the quality of other people's lives through my own service and through education and my career.
And hopefully all of us will have that as a goal or part of our own debt and part of our responsibility of being citizens of the United States or citizens of the world, however you want to look at it. But it's very important to do this. Well, Skyler, we're just about out of time. In the last 30 seconds, what would you recommend or suggest to our viewers as to what they can do to lend a hand to be helpful to the people in Haiti and to help them build a better life, to create a better lifestyle, so to speak.
Well, I'm gonna say this right now. Our organization is the fuel for our organization is donations, is support. It's support, it's advocacy. And if you want to go and support a group of leaders in Haiti who are doctors, nurses, educators, administrators, logisticians, if you want to support those folks in improving the lives of others in their own country, then check out Hope for Haiti. Invest in our programs, earmark the funds to support education, earmark the funds to support our healthcare programs. It's going to go a long way, and I will promise you, we will thank you, and we will also report back in several different ways to show you that your support has made a difference in the lives of individuals, families, and communities in Haiti.
Well, Skyler, you're doing great work. Keep up the wonderful job you're doing. But I want to thank you so very much for a very interesting and a very informative program.
Bill, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm Bill Miller. Thank you for joining us today on Global Connections Television.